What is up, YouTube? It's Kingfisher745, and as you may have noticed, we're going to be finishing up the heroic battles from Chapter 2 of Season 2. We're going to be starting out with Spider-Man vs. Green Goblin, and that's the heroic battle from Mission 5. For this battle, I'm going to be using the Infiltrator Future Foundation costume. Now, if you don't have this costume, just use the regular one, as long as you use an Infiltrator. And that's because Green Goblin is a tactician in this fight. I really think this one's pretty straightforward, but I do think that some of you may have trouble with the score challenge. Besides watching this video and doing basically what I do, the only other tip I can give you is probably use attack and evasion ISO 8. That way you can hopefully dodge some more attacks and finish with higher health, and also the attack gem will help you finish Green Goblin faster and hopefully do more damage in the process. These tips should allow you to score high enough. If not, I'll try to find another way to help you guys out, but hopefully this will get you the score challenge and allow you to complete that task. So the first thing you want to do with Spidey is use his level 2 Spider Sense. Then you might as well use a web shot, but it really doesn't matter at this point, because when he attacks you, you will counterattack, and that's when you're going to use web shot. So that's going to put webbing on the target. So now he's webbed, and you can go ahead and use his level 6 web Slingshot, and it's supposed to do more damage and critical hit, but Green Goblin does have that imposing visage which says that single target attacks will never crit. Still, this is definitely the attack you want to use, so right after you counterattack with web shot, then you want to go ahead and hit him with the web Slingshot. And you pretty much repeat this until the battle's over. You could also throw in his level 9 and try to stun Green Goblin. I really don't bother with this myself, I just use his level 6, but either way, you could try that out as well. Another thing that may help you is if you use an empowered ISO 8 on Spider-Man. So if you are using the regular costume, you could try out one of these special Infiltrator ones. You could try something like the Close Empowered ISO 8, which gives you street fighting and says melee attacks have a higher chance to critically hit. And that's just an example that may help you out in the battle. The character-specific ISO 8 that you can win on this roulette basically gives Spider-Man the smartest man in the room buff, just like Hank Pym has. So each round will trigger a new analysis, and then you'll get different buffs from it. It could be a pretty cool empowered ISO 8 to use. Unfortunately, we don't win it, so we're going to be moving on to the final heroic battle of Chapter 2. So in Mission 6, the premium mission, you will need Scarlet Witch to unlock it. And then the heroic battle itself is going to use Scarlet Witch and her brother Quicksilver. In this battle, you'll be facing 3 Sentinels. One's a blaster, one's a tactician, and one's a bruiser. So I do like taking in the generalist Quicksilver. Unfortunately, there's no other options for Scarlet Witch. You have to take her in as a blaster. Now, since you have that blaster on your team, I like to focus on the tactician first. I figure if you take out that tactician as soon as possible, you won't get to gain that many extra turns from tactical maneuvers. Other than that, this is a pretty normal battle as well. There's not really any special tricks or tips needed to beat it, you just pretty much have to fight straight out. And I happen to really like this one because it's another battle that gives you a chance at 2 different empowered ISO 8. There's one for Quicksilver and one for Scarlet Witch. And we'll take a look at those on the roulette right after we finish. Now in this battle, of course, Quicksilver gets to go first, and we're going to target that tactician, just like we said. But since this was our first time doing this battle, we did go ahead and check out the tooltip just to see if there's anything special with these Sentinels. And pretty much all it says is they're more likely to critically hit non-mutants. So that's good news for us since both of our characters are mutants. Now after looking at the tooltip, we're going to use Blinding Punches on the tactician. We're going to gain some quickness stacks. After that, it's going to be the Sentinel's turn 3 times in a row, and we're hoping that the tactician doesn't target Scarlet Witch. Either way, we're pretty confident that we can make it through the battle, especially with them triggering that tag team counterattack. And the tactician actually hits Quicksilver as well. So the tactician's gone just like that, and we don't even have to worry about any extra turns. Then their blaster does miss due to reality warping, and we get a Temporal Jump. So now you can decide to either use Chaos Shield, or you could use our level 1, which is a pretty good move. And that's actually what I would recommend in this battle. Go ahead and use your level 1 Hex Spheres, and then you'll put Hexed on the enemies and cause their attacks to have a chance to backfire. After Quicksilver's attack, there's only one enemy left, and that is the Blaster. So what we're going to do is go ahead and use Hex Spheres on him, and then we'll attack twice with Quicksilver. We may be able to finish it before his next turn. On Quicksilver's turn, we're just going to use some more blinding punches, and that way we build up his quickness stacks. Now we could end it with a blast from the past, or possibly even a tag team counterattack. It all depends on what this blaster does. So he actually targets both of us, and tag team will take him very close to death. Next, we're just going to use the Arcane Blast and finish the battle. It's a pretty straightforward fight, and there's no score challenge or anything like that, so all you have to do is finish it. Now, like I said, this roulette's pretty cool because it has 2 empowered ISO 8. First, let's look at the one for Scarlet Witch. It gives her controlled chaos, so Chaos Shield never misses and never fails. And that's a pretty cool ISO right there. Secondly, Quicksilver's empowered ISO 8 makes it so that his quickness stacks are not consumed when he counterattacks. So they're both pretty promising. I really do like that Scarlet Witch's empowered ISO 8, since we know that Chaos Shield misses all too often. So we didn't get any empowered ISO 8 this time, but we're going to continue farming them till we have every single one. But that's going to be it for the heroic battles of Season 2, Chapter 2. I really hope they helped, and I hope you enjoyed it. Lastly, I want to thank you all for watching, and ask you to please like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more videos. Good luck, and take care.